Little by little, God was calling me already. So I turned my head again back to the 1 o'clock to where I'm looking, and the next shot I heard ripped through my throat. So I'm on the ground, my life's pouring out, and I hear this. John, get up or your wife is gonna die. It was easier to stay on the ground rather than get up and be resilient. I hear it again. John, get up or your wife is gonna die.
We have an active shooter currently on Fort Hood. We have multiple gunshot victims.
Todd, we are learned Fort Hood official has confirmed 4 people are dead, including the shooter, and another 14 are injured and have been taken to area hospitals for treatment.
In just 15 minutes, at least 16 injured and 4 dead, including the gunman. The shooter, a U.S. soldier, a combat veteran.
We have confirmed that there are 3 victims who were killed, and then the shooter was killed. And there are 16 injured, being treated at Scott and White and here at Darnell. Our thoughts and prayers go out to each of those injured and their families, and the killed and their families. Our focus now is to focus on the families of the injured and focus on the families of the killed. Ensure that they have the best care and counseling available.
You and we were both shot April 2nd of 2014 at Fort Hood.
Straight out of a movie. It was terrifying. Like, this guy wanted to kill me. And whoever, you know what I mean? And I couldn't wrap my head around it. It's like, I didn't do anything to you. We're wearing the same uniform with the same American flag on the right shoulder.
I took her hand, like, I held her hand, and with both of my hands and cupped her hand and just looked at her and said, "Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do." But it was powerful. I mean, God is real, absolutely real.
And,
I'm squirming in my seat as you're saying all this. So it's go ahead. Yeah,
I'm not fibbing whatsoever.
You were shot in the stomach. I was shot in the neck. So I took for people that don't know, I took a 45 caliber through my throat that, just like Colonel Miller, both wounds should have been instant death. I mean, I don't think many people take 45s through their throat. I don't think people take 45s through their stomach like the way he did through his trunk, because there's a lot of vital organs. There's a lot of things that could happen.
Finally got to go home. Had a hard time psychologically, mentally, I guess. Just going back home, being very hyper vigilant, as I'm sure you and I both are still, to this day. Every time after what you and I went through, like, I mean, you can amplify that times 1,000. Just grateful. And so I was like, I'm not, no wasted movement, no wasted days, no bad days. Like, we all have bad days, right? But like in the grand scheme of it, we were talking or chaplain or something, and it was towards the end. I was feeling better, and they were like, "So, sir, you're going to get out, right? Like, you're going to medically retire, whatever." And when he said that, and I can't believe I don't remember who it was, but I remember the conversation. And when he said that, I immediately was like, huh? Like, that was the first time that even like crossed my mind. Like, absolutely not. Like, no, like, we're going to do this. Like, no, like, I'm not getting out.
Well, friends, welcome back to a Life Transformed podcast. I'm John Arroyo, and we are now on the final session with Colonel Patrick Miller, talking about what happened April 2nd, 2014 at Fort Hood. We had session 1, which we talked about the point of injury, and then we talked session 2. We talked about what happened, what was recovery like, and then now we're going to talk about session 3, which is, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with the second chance? How are you using your scars to help other people? And this is not going to be a long segment, I don't think, unless it turns into one. But I'll tell you this, it's going to be good, because Colonel Patrick Miller is doing so much with his second chance. Friends, welcome back, Colonel Patrick Miller. we're both shot at Fort Hood, April 2nd. We both go through a long recovery. We both stay in the military. You're still in the military. I retired in 2018. I had joined the military in 1998 and retired in 2018. So I actually did 20 years. You're still in 22 years, and you've went all the way up to brigade command, I believe, right? Did I say that correctly? And then now you're at the flagpole, but you've stayed in. And how have you saw your experience? How has it relayed back into formations and being a commander, battalion commander, brigade commander? How have you used your situation to be able to relate to your soldiers and your leaders?
No, great question. Is a passion I've always had. And then given our experience, right, a very unique experience. And I think when you are vulnerable with people, to include people you lead, subordinates, teammates, whatever you want to call, when you are vulnerable, when you are authentic, when you can look them in the eye, listen to what they have to say, genuinely care about them, which, I do, we do, and I love it. I love seeing people grow and get better and go to school and accomplish their goals and just become the best version of themselves. So I want to continue to lead in the Army and Army medicine as long as they'll let me. But in addition to that, some of the things I've done since after a year or two after the shooting in Hawaii and every place that we've been stationed is tell the story in certain ways, in appropriate ways. So I'll augment the anti-terrorism, active shooter, active threat training that they give on base. Go off base to the FBI or the Joint Terrorism Task Force or whoever locally, whatever agency is putting that on. To share with them just our testament, but lessons learned, and do Q&A, but not so much like as an active shooter instructor. That's not what we are. That's not what we do.
Right.
But to inspire and to motivate and to share testimony and to be vulnerable and to have people hear that and connect with them to to motivate people to become the best versions or whatever they need to be. So doing that everywhere. I did it as recently as last week. I went to the National Guard Bureau here in DC, to augment their training and again, just continuing to spread that positive energy and positive, leadership and motivation everywhere we go. Like you said, we were saved for a reason. And to be able to do something with that, not just, say the names of the fallen, like you said, but to be able to live our lives in a manner that would honor them, honor our Lord and Savior, honor our friends and family. Like I don't know any other way. Another way we do that is through the Southern Tier Wounded Warrior Benefit Concert in Western New York, and
You do it big time, sir. I mean, you don't go small. This thing has gotten big.
So in I'll be quick with it, but like in 2017.
Now take your time.
Right? Okay. About 3 years after the shooting, had this idea to start this endeavor. Again, I'm from just south of Buffalo, New York, in Western New York, very rural, very country, small town, good people, in Western New York, Northwest Pennsylvania. But when I come home, I throw me parties and community gatherings and stuff, and it's like, what, given the platform, I guess that that we have, or we had, and I had, and the ability to pull in resources, and just as a leader, as somebody that doesn't mind doing that, I want to do some kind of benefit. I want to do, you know, I want to do a concert. Like, you know, the demographic in that area, they like country music. Like I said, they're down home, but not just like a local band, but like a national act, like some, you know, somebody that's on the
Right,
radio,
right,
somebody
yeah.
they know, something that costs a lot of money and needs a lot of pull, but you know, being able to get the right people, you know, build the team, get the concert promoter, you know, get the mayor involved, the police involved, all the volunteers, all the security, all the staffing, all the fencing, all the, you know, the food, the drinks, all of it, and get your core team together of key stakeholders, bring them in, backwards plan, take lessons learned year over year to make it better. And now, you know, we bring in thousands of people every year. We everything that we make costs a lot of money, and a lot of it's based off donations from businesses and people. So it's donations, it's ticket sales, food and drinks. But so 100% of the net proceeds, so everything we make minus the expenses that we got to pay out to the band, the stage, the, you know, whatever. Take that and donate to organizations like the Fisher House, who was instrumental for my
Oh
family.
man, big time.
Yeah. You know, like my dad swears to this day, like how well they treated them and fed them and helped them. Like in addition to our casualty assistance, you know, officers and First Medical Brigade who helped us, the Fisher House was so instrumental. So I've stayed close with them over the years, donate to them every year. Homes for Our Troops, which, you know, helps build homes for
Mortgage-free homes.
yeah, you know, like homes and for folks that need special capabilities and stuff
Right.
so they do that, refurbish homes, remodeled homes, and then local veterans charities or nonprofits in Western New York, like Western New York Heroes, St. Bonaventure University Veteran Services, which helps local veterans in the immediate local area. Like these are the organizations that I donate to every year, whatever we make from the concert. So again, it costs a lot. You know, we're not in it for revenue. It's all volunteer, part time, right? Like this isn't like a business of mine. It's considered a hobby, but again, it's something I have a passion for, and if as long as I'm able to do it and people are willing to help, yeah, it's something that I really enjoy doing. So this year we got a Low Cash headlining on Sunday, July 27th there in Western New York. So looking forward to it.
Wow. How do people hear about it? How do they get involved? If they want to donate to you, and if they want to attend, if they're in the local area, or if they want to get there.
Good question. Again, it's not a 501c3. It's really not that formal, again, because my full-time job is, you know, serving as a colonel in the United States Army and taking command here in a couple of months, and that is a full-time job, and that is where my attention goes. So this is, you know, all kind of off to the side, part-time. So if they did want to donate to you know, the Southern Tier Wounded Warrior Benefit and associated nonprofits, honestly, the best way would just be to like buy tickets. Even if you can't go, just buy them online at eventbrite.com. You just type in Wounded Warrior Benefit, Low Cash, Southern Tier, Miller, something, you know, it'll come up. Yeah, and then just buy tickets, and that's the best way to donate.
Cool, man. That's so cool. Yeah, I was mentored by a man named Dave Reaver. He's a Vietnam veteran that was blown up in Vietnam, and then he was discipled by Billy Graham. And you know, one thing that Dave has done is he has said that he uses it, you know, like I want to say a slogan, right? Like he turned his pain into purpose. And that's I mean, if we want to put language to what you're doing, language to what I'm doing, we've taken our second chance, we've taken our scars, and we're using them to help other people, right? So you, as a wounded warrior, you as someone that was given a second chance, are not taking for yourself, but you're using your experience, the trauma that you've been through, the trauma that your wife went through, the trauma that we all went through, how you walk through the process of healing, and you're like, I want to see others healed. I want to see others made whole. WHOLE. I want to make sure that others are whole. You have a great opportunity because you have the ability to still touch soldiers, right? You still have access to soldiers. But there's so many veterans that got out and they're struggling, sir. I mean, they're struggling mentally and emotionally. And not everybody went to war. It's not all from war. A lot of it's from just childhood trauma, things that have happened. However, they're out there and they need help. And I just appreciate that you're using what you have in your hand. You could actually just wipe your hands and be like, well, I'm good. I got mine. But you're not doing that. We're not doing that, right? Which is why, what are we doing right now? We're sharing hope with the world and letting them know that you can go through some of the toughest stuff in life. Your family can be utterly shaken, and you can come out on the other side with post-traumatic growth. Like, you can actually be better even after you went through trauma. Not saying that we asked for it, not saying that we wanted to be shot,
Right.
but we didn't lay on the ground. We got up and we did something with it. And the fact that you're helping other people is just a testament to who you are, sir. And because people helped us, and I appreciate what you're doing. And so, friends, find out what the Colonel's doing, get plugged in, support him, find out what he's doing. Sir, thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking your time. And I hope that we can connect sometime face to face again. And when you get your brigade or something, I'll send you some of those curriculums that I've written. I've recently just wrote a new curriculum called Finding Resilience in Today's World, Being Intentional About Self-Care, right? That's a big deal right now. Our soldiers need to take care of themselves. They need to be intentional about self-care. It's okay to take care of yourself, right? That's something that we both had to realize in our recovery, because we were good to helping everybody else, but it's okay to actually let people help you. It's okay to take care of yourself. And so, sir, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story. It is tremendous. It's going to help so many people. And I'm so thankful that you got up, sir. I'm thankful that you chose to stay in the fight and that you're not wrapped up in the VA in a wet paper blanket drooling on yourself right now. Like, you actually said, no, I'm going to live. And I have notes that my team got, and it says, you were like, is this where it ends? No, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to live. And the fact that you're here today, sir, is because you chose to to fight here, because our greatest battle is not only just being shot. It's after we get up and we have to take our thoughts captive. Right. So, you know, a lot of the things that have happened to you and to me, there's other active shooter events that happen. And yes, it gets our hair in the back of our neck standing up, but you've chose to get up, sir. And because you've chose to get up, other people are benefiting from what you're doing. And so I just want to say thanks so much. And we love you. Any closing remarks?
No, thank you, my brother, and love you, and just continue to make all of us proud and keep doing what you're doing by motivating and inspiring people through so many different avenues, to include a Life Transformed podcast. It's an honor to be on. I don't know if you've ever been to formerly Fort Polk, Louisiana, now known as Fort Johnson, Louisiana, but get ready for an invitation to the hospital down there to speak at some point over the next 2 years for sure. And anything you guys need on this, I'll stop what I'm doing. I got you.
No, bro, I'm in. I received that invitation right now. I'd love to. All right, sir. Well, tell your family thank you for their time, for taking you for a little bit, and we love you, and we'll connect soon.
All right, brother. Love you.
All right, Thanks. We'll see you. Well, friends, you heard it from my good friend, my brother, Colonel Patrick Miller. You heard everything. We have 3 sessions, and this last one where he talked about how he turned his pain into purpose. And what is he doing? He's got a Wounded Warrior benefit concert that he puts together every year. This one's coming up in July. Find out what he's doing. He is helping other people. You know, he could just lay down and do nothing, but he's chose to get up. He's chose to do something. He's still active duty. He's still in the military. He's going to be taking hospital command in Fort Polk, Louisiana. And, you know, who knows? People are going to watch this maybe years from now, and they're going to hear about Patrick Miller. And some of you may even be impacted by his ministry and what he's doing to help others. For me, I step up front. I let people know it is who I am. Jesus saved me. But you know what? Jesus works through people who are in uniform, and they don't have to come off the top rope with the Bible on someone's head. They just become the light. He just shines the light. They become cities on a hill. And that's what Patrick Miller is. He's a city on a hill in the midst of soldiers. And he is just showing that you can go through some really hard stuff, and you can get up, and you can actually live a better life, and you can actually help people with the stuff that. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love you so much. Stay tuned for our next session on the Life Transformed podcast. I'm John Arroyo, and I'll see you soon.